Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the viewer's verdict, where I do all the watching so you don't have to. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Wait till the end to view the viewer's verdict's personal review. Before we get started, I want to share a brain teaser. A woman shoots her husband and then holds him underwater for over 5 minutes. Finally, she hangs him. But 5 minutes later, they both go out together and enjoy a wonderful dinner? How can this be? Stay tuned to find out. Today, we're going to be reviewing Picture Me Dead, a Tubi 2023 original starring Mena and Charles Malik Whitefield. Now, don't get me wrong, I know all that stuff that's going on with Erica ain't that good, but let's just get through this review, okay? Something that's been every young girl's dream, even myself, was to become a model, to be admired by your looks, feeling and looking beautiful, and seeing your name in lights. You're able to connect with different photographers and different organizations, and you get to have the freedom to travel the world. But not everyone is cut out for a luxurious lifestyle with constant need of being perfect. Let's get started. Erica plays Aunt Kristen. She is a determined lawyer working for the district attorney's office. Her most recent case of putting away some bad cops didn't really go well with other employees on the force, but she's on the fast track of moving forward. She's looking after her niece, Angie, while her sister and husband are on vacation. Kristen and Angie are sitting on the couch, and Angie discloses that she wants to be a model and how she loves taking pictures. Kristen admires her passion, but reminds her that she's so young and there's so much time for her to decide about her future. Kristen heads to the office, and on her lunch break, she decides to check in on Angie, where she tells her,
I came to the audition.
After I specifically told you not to?
Gotcha.
Junk is so dramatic.
Hey! What's going on?
Yep, she went behind her back, and sadly, Kristen had to watch her young niece, Angie, be taken away forcefully, screaming and yelling for help. Ultimately, Angie's body was found in a field in a very awkward position, and only a drop of blood was found. Kristen must deliver this horrible news about her niece to her family, and Kristen's life begins to go into a tailspin of grief. And with every story, there is good news and bad news. Luckily, they were able to find the suspect and bring him to the court for a proper hearing. However, the judge then announces,
Afraid the court has no other option but to throw out this case.
What? He took my baby from me, and now he's walking free.
yeah, they just threw out the case and they didn't really say why. And then he taunts the family right after, and nobody does nothing about it. Nobody except Kristen. She's going rogue. She's doing research. She's going ham so hard to the point that it's ruining her relationship with her man. And she's like, well, if you're not going to help me, you got to leave. Later that day, Kristen receives a phone call from Giovanni, who is her sister's husband, telling her she needs to get to the hospital immediately. Her sister, Leslie, tries to commit suicide because she cannot handle the grief of losing her first child. Vernon even has the police
Stay the
wrapped.
hell away from this case, or I'll make sure you're disbarred.
Keep away from us. You're obsessing with this guy.
Forcing Kristen to retreat. Later that night, Kristen receives a text message from her ex-boyfriend, Marcus, wanting to rekindle and apologize for the argument they had. With everything going on with the office and her family, Kristen decides to get ready and partake in this night out. Little does she know,
This is the part where we kiss.
yes, Vernon's there. Throughout the movie, you can tell Vernon enjoys tormenting Kristen. Kristen is at her wit's end. The system failed her. The city betrayed her. And now it's up to her to seek justice. And then, right, this is where it starts to get cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Kristen and Leslie come up with a plan, and they're basically hunting for him. They're stalking him. They're watching his every move, trying to find everything. And then they get him. But that's it. They gave him a black eye and then left him in the parking lot, thinking that they're all safe like Vernon's not gonna do something crazy. And he does. Vernon then goes and kidnaps the other niece, her other niece.
Hello? I'm an attorney.
Now it's really in her own hands to go ahead and do something. Vernon has showed her countless times that he's just gonna keep coming back. Kristen discovers where Vernon is hiding her other niece and heads straight there without the police. When she's there, they argue constantly back and forth, and she begs and pleads to get her niece back. Kristen is fed up. She's tired of Vernon playing these games with her and acting like her life is a joke. She wants her niece back and she will do anything. Kristen begins to talk about Vernon's past, bringing up his mother and his childhood and how he does not need to be doing this, which made Vernon upset and jumps right from his hiding spot and attacks Kristen. They fall to the floor and you can hear the muffling cries coming from her niece cheering on Kristen to win. Ultimately, Kristen was able to overpower Vernon and finish him off with a fatal blow. The police came and Kristen was able to take her little niece and bring her back to her mother. So that sums up the movie Picture Me Dead, starring Erica Mena and Charles Malik Whitefield. Now, Charles Malik Whitefield does a really great job just being the stalker, you know, portraying that persona and just having such a blank face. He does a very, very good job with that. Over at the viewer's verdict, though, we're gonna definitely give this movie a 4.5 because like there's just so many parts and elements that I was just like, why would you do that? Like a few of them would be like, you know, the murder happened like super early within the movie, which kind of like I think took away from certain parts where they could have like helped us get to know the characters a little bit more. The part where the mother and the aunt came up with a plan to take on Vernon and then all they did was hit him with a baseball bat. Like, why didn't you kill him? He killed your daughter. Like, are you serious? Why was that even in the movie in the first place? How did Vernon get in the date with the girl? Like, how did he take the boyfriend's phone? Like, there's a lot of stuff that's just like, how did that happen? When was that going to be connected? Who's going to tell me? Like, you know, and yeah, 4.5 for sure. Don't worry, I didn't forget the brain teaser. So how does a woman shoot her husband, hold him underwater, hangs him, and then they both go out to date and have a wonderful time together? How is that possible? Like, is she a magician? No, she's a photographer. Hope the movie helped you guys get the answer to this. This is the viewer's verdict. See you next time.